thought I would stop on here really quick and show you guys how we make sauerkraut. Really fast, easy way without vinegar. So I thought I would show you. So I got my sauerkraut shredded here. I already started a little bit. Basically, you just want to have a blunt object. I use a knife, but that's probably not the safest object that you could find. I just use it because it's convenient and it's worked really well, and that's what we've done for years. So you put it down and you just crunch it. You crunch it down like that. Get it all crunched down really well. And then you want to take some of your sauerkraut. So once you have a little layer on there, you're going to want to take your salt and just sprinkle a little bit. Just like that. And then you're going to want to take your knife or whatever object you're using to crush it. Joseph, you need to move.
I see a baby boy, Mama. That's a baby boy, Mama.
And then you're going to crush it down.
That baby boy.
So as you can see, we don't use anything but salt in here, and it starts breaking down the cabbage, and it actually makes its own juices with the salt, so there's no need to add vinegar or anything like that. This is also very safe the way that it ferments. As long as you do it right, you have plenty of salt, and you keep it away from oxygen. You should not have to worry about getting sick. The type of fermentation this is called lactic acid, and it's very safe. It's very straightforward. It's very simple. The cabbage condenses a lot, so when you put it in, it might be kind of tall, but as you push it down, forgot some salt. Ooh, that was a little much. If you make the mistake that I did by putting a little bit too much in there, you might just not add some the next couple times you put a little layer on top. But you continue to just push it down like that, and it will shrink in. This right here, what you're seeing, just for reference, this is about half of a pretty large cabbage. So you can see it condenses a lot. You just keep crushing it down like that, getting it in there real nice and good. So there's no air bubbles. That's about what it's looking like right now. You see all the juice. Gotta cut some more up. So when you cut the cabbage up, you're gonna want to take the outer pieces, one that's kind of firm, because you're gonna use this when you're done. I like to pull a couple of these off so I have options, and this wasn't the best one, but my children ate the other ones. But usually pull 2 or 3 off just so you have a good set of options to use. And what you do is you take it and you press it in, and anyways, I'll show you that later, but for now, so I just cut it like this. So I got more of my cabbage chopped up here. I'm just gonna put it in here, and I suspect that this jar is gonna take the whole giant cabbage that we had. That is just how much it condenses. Just crush it down nice and good. It does not need to be perfect. It's gonna be good either way. It's gonna be pretty either way too. In the past, I've made beet kraut where I took beets and I mixed it with the cabbage and I crushed it down just like this, just using salt, no vinegar or anything. It came out great. It exceeded my expectations. It was beautiful. It was tasty. It did great. So just make sure to have no air gaps. It's really simple, really straightforward. Just crush it down, put the salt on it. You'll quickly start seeing juices come up. There's tons of juice in here already. I don't know if you can tell or not. So this should go. I would suggest leaving it for at least a week. Most people, I think, would want to leave it 2 weeks, but you can taste it along the way. We've had it go as long as 4 months. After that time, it gets very, very sour and is very good. We liked it. So it can go up to 4 months or even longer. This type of fermentation is very safe. There's some online guides out there. If you see something weird on your sauerkraut, a lot of times it can be safe. So you just get it nice and packed down in there. You want it pretty close to the top because, again, you don't want a whole lot of oxygen in there. This is the whole cabbage right here. So once you get it filled to pretty close to the top, you're going to want to take the piece that you set aside and kind of just rip it to where you get the nice thick hard piece, and you're going to want to take your more flimsier ones first and go like this and crush it down so that the juices are covering it like that. And then you can take one of your other hard pieces, and this is really just going to keep a lot of that oxygen out away from your sauerkraut while it's fermenting. I'm just going to put all these leaves in here like this so you can see all the juices in there. Again, we added nothing. That is just from salt in the cabbage, so it's very very good, very tasty. I will have to update the result. Also, I thought I would show you guys this. So some friends of mine blessed me with some cucumbers, and I made some pickles. So we'll see how this turns out. I'll do a video on this sometime, but I filled it with vinegar, dill, black pepper kernels, and mustard seed, red pepper flakes. And I'm excited to see how this turns out. So it looks really tasty. We'll see how it goes. So you're gonna want to put your sauerkraut up high where it's kind of warm. You just want to keep it kind of warm because it's gonna help. If it's cold, it might take a lot longer. And yeah, I don't know. We like to keep it pretty warm, and it usually goes by pretty fast. It gets pretty active. Oh, you're going to want to make sure that the lid is pretty loose, too. What I do is I tighten it, and then I just pull it back a little bit so the air can escape. Either that, or you can just go out and pop the lid off once a day to release the air, because it is going to produce air. You don't want to burst your jars. So yeah, just keep it up high where it's nice and warm, and you should have sauerkraut. Well, I'll see you next time.